What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of GEARBreakerNation, where we give excellent assessment reviews. And in this video, I want to talk about a really brilliant idea I had for a Legend of Zelda game. Now, Legend of Zelda is one of my all-time favorite, not only Nintendo franchises, but overall video game franchises of all time. It has been with me since I was a youngster, since the freaking Super Nintendo, I think. I don't know, honestly. It's when I was young, so I'm getting all my systems mixed up. But I'm assuming it's Super Nintendo because I don't think I played the Nintendo version, but I might have. I'm not sure. But I do remember my first Legend of Zelda game that I do remember is A Link to the Past. So, over the span of 20 years, The Legend of Zelda has been with me. I've enjoyed the games that I have played. Some will always stand, the test of time, such as Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, A Link to the Past. I forgot the other one. Was that Link to the Past? I forgot the other one is like Link to the Past. I can't remember. I did enjoy Twilight Princess. I thought that was good. I did not beat the one with Toon Link. Wind Waker, I didn't beat that one, so I didn't go back and play that one. But anyways, I came up with a spectacular idea that I think would be a good, Legend of Zelda game. And, I did play Hyrule Warriors. Hyrule Warriors was pretty good. It was just like standard. It could have been better on some parts, but I thought it was a pretty good game overall. Didn't beat it though, but I did like the roster of characters you got to play with. Anyways, this is the idea that I had for Legend of Zelda game. Okay, for one, I would like to have a story where the three protagonists unite. Not protagonists. The three main characters, you have to unite. I think maybe Zelda and Link should be in battle with Ganondorf, and next something even bigger force comes that's willing to wipe them all out, and they have to band together to actually defeat this evil force. And it'd be pretty good to see how the dynamic would be between the characters. How Zelda and how Link would have to interact with, Ganondorf, and how Ganondorf, we get to see different sides to it, because for the most part, we always see Link and Zelda's version of the story, but we rarely see what Ganondorf's version is, like what is in his mind. So I would think that would be a pretty good way, especially in terms of character development and story arcing and stuff like that. I think that would be a great way to introduce that to the Legend of Zelda series, because we always get told good stories, but it's not like characters develop or anything like that. I mean, of course, Link develops, because most of the time he's nobody who ends up becoming a really badass swordsman. Like, I would like to see that, and I would like to see that dynamic between these three characters who are forced to work together to be something that's worse than Ganondorf. So I think that would be a pretty good way of doing it. Campaign wise, if we're gonna do it with like three characters, there's three ways I would like to do it. Two ways I would like to do it. One way is play the campaign, and each one of them have their separate, they can be interchangeable within the campaign. Like, I would like that. That would be pretty cool. Like, we go to a dungeon, you can pick which one of these characters can actually go to the dungeon. Like, that would be pretty badass. Or on the other side, no, in fact, let me finish this. On the other side of it, you can have three separate campaigns that end with them together. Like, I think that would be pretty cool, because you can and that would give you time to deal with those characters and their situation and how they view what's going on. I think that would be pretty cool too, because it's like that individual, it's like that individual little story that builds into one. Kind of like Resident Evil 6, how they had the 3 to 4 campaigns, but they all intertwined throughout the main campaign. Like, I thought that was pretty cool. So I think that would be pretty badass too, where you have either everybody on one campaign or everybody on separate campaigns that merge into ones. And that'd be pretty cool, because you get to actually get to know the characters in their own campaign. Another thing I would like to see is how everybody uses the weapons and stuff. If you sit there and think about it, hold on a second. Sorry about that. Freaking hot up here with these lights, and I had to put my fan on. But anyways, I would like to see the weapon uses from everybody's standpoint. Like, say, what's that big ball and chain thing that Link had on Twilight Princess? Okay, say Zelda uses light powers to maybe push that ball at enemies or something. Or you can sit here and have Link like pick it up and swing it like he did and hit enemies. Or you can sit there and have Ganondorf, who has a Triforce of Power, so he can just pick the thing up, do like this, and wham, you know? I would like to see variations, the different variations of the characters using these abilities. Like, I think that would be freaking awesome. That's a perfectly good opportunity to be able to put a bit different variation into the Legend of Zelda series. Like, I think that would be pretty cool. I also do like the bow and arrow. Say, Link has to use use regular bows, maybe a fire arrow or something like that. Zelda use light arrows, and Ganondorf perhaps uses, I don't know, dark arrows, electrical arrows, I don't know. Or he can use big arrows, I don't know. Just something that's like for his character. Like, I think that would be pretty freaking awesome. You know what I mean? Like, I think that would be a good way. Like, each one of them have a sword, a different sword. Like, that would be pretty cool. You know, maybe not a shield, depending on the characters, because like Zelda uses a sword, but I haven't seen him use a shield, I don't think. Maybe in Hyrule Warriors, but I can't remember. But of course, Link has his sword and shield, the Master Sword and the Healing Shield, and then at the same time, Ganondorf has his own version of a sword. Like, that'd be pretty cool. If you want to use the bomb arm things, each one of them have variations with those. I think that'd be a pretty good way of like differentiating the weaponry and stuff. If they have to travel, each one of them has a horse. Like, perhaps Ganondorf can use the same horse he had in Ocarina of Time. Like, I think that'd be pretty cool. And Zelda has her own horse, maybe a white horse. Well, then you got Link that has a Epona, which is a brown horse. So it's like white, brown, and black. And I'm like, that'd be pretty cool. Different variations, you know? I think that'd be awesome when it comes to like the weaponry and stuff. Other characters, introduce the other characters maybe in the set world, in like their own set worlds. Like, Ganondorf is the king of evil, let him have his own sect of people. You got Zelda, who's the princess, like, let her have her own set of people. Impa could make a, join in on it. Have the Gerudo on Ganondorf's side. Have more of the Kokiri people, the forest children and regular people on Link's side, such as what was the one, that girl at the farm, the girl at the farm and the mailman and the mask guy, all of those characters. Hey, have each one of them kind of have they own section of characters or something like that. Like, say if they had a base or something, like they have the 3 different sections where you got royalty, you got the Gerudo, you got the regular folk, and like that'd be pretty cool. And also, if we want to have, not only do we need a base, let it be customizable. Let us build the base up, build the defenses up, or something like that. Like, I think that'd be pretty cool. Each one of them lends a special, technique or a perk or something to it to actually help build the defenses up. Like, say Gerudo are like the best at, I don't know, like ground combat. Like, that'd be cool. Sit there and have people at the doors or something like that. Say the people who are on Link's side are the best archers. Have them for more, long range defense at the tops or something like that. Like, I think that'd be pretty cool also. Like abilities. Of course, give Zelda her light abilities. Like, that'd be pretty cool. She could shoot like light beams or something like that. Bring up shields if she's capable of doing that. Healing characters or something like that. Like, that'd be pretty cool too. I think that was a pretty good aspect that could be introduced into it. Let her have these light abilities, where it might even be super effective against certain types of enemies. Link, of course, where this man sit here is a weapon master. So, let him build his weapon skills up. Let him become the sword master that we all know he's capable of being, along as we're mastering these certain other abilities. Maybe give him something else, I'm not really sure. He couldn't beat Zelda in magic, and he couldn't beat really Ganondorf in strength, like physical prowess. But let Link have something special also, and give Ganondorf some badass abilities too. Like, maybe he has an attack where he summons demons or something, or monsters to do his bidding. Like, that'd be like the skeleton things, or those what you call it, the knights with the big axes and stuff, like let them do summon those or something like that. Like that'd be freaking awesome. If this man had a big badass like lightning attacks or something, dark energy and like bam bam bam, you know what I'm saying? Like that'd be freaking amazing. I think that would be highly enjoyable. But the one thing that I would stress, put voice actors in this, okay? I understand that Legend of Zelda has its own formula, but you have to. If I have to get used to Final Fantasy VII remake, having a more action-based, maneuverable combat system, which I really didn't like, but I do like the voice acting that's coming with it. The Legend of Zelda should also give more personality and life to its characters by giving them voices. There are tons of people out there with terrific voices. I can't personally think of any offhand who I would want to voice any of the characters, but I think that'd be a pretty good way of but focus on the story. Focus on the story. Like I said, give them voices. Stop playing. Give them voices. It's time for Nintendo to start taking this, stepping this game up. But yeah, give us a really engaging story. Say they all got stripped of the Triforce, and the way I say, what if those three goddesses that created everything decided that all of a sudden they want to destroy everything? To just wipe out time altogether, and all these three characters have to go back and save the world. You know what I mean? Like it'd be a good developing arc for each character, for the trials that they're gonna go through, and how they have to help each other. I think that they should be stripped of the Triforce, but then throughout the gameplay, they go to acquire the Triforce, which allows for a building of character, as well as abilities and such. Like I think that'll be a good way to go with that. Give us a really engaging story. That's what I want Nintendo to do. The Legend of Zelda by far is really the only franchise that I've played that actually had like any basis for a story, like a good story for me to connect with characters and stuff like that. I played Donkey Kong, I played Mario, Kirby, all these numerous games, and they're all fun and entertaining games, but it's not like I was engaged in the story. But The Legend of Zelda has that, and I would love for them to bring a new, like this kind of story. Because at this point, it's kind of getting repetitive now. Like Hyrule Warriors did attempt to differentiate it, and I think, and successfully, I might add, I think it did do that, not only because of the way the campaign and the gameplay was presented, but also the fact that you get to play with all these cool characters, all these different people from all these Legend of Zelda games. I think that was perhaps the best aspect of it. That's the best aspect of that game. You got to see and experience the gameplay through different characters, and I would like to see them kind of continue on with this road. As I've said, give us a bit. I want emotion. I would love to see emotion. And of course, probably at the end of it, Ganondorf tries to be a dick or something and tries to steal the Triforce. Or even, let him like grow as a person and be like, okay, we've done what we're going to do. We've band together, we've saved the world. We're at a truce right now. Like, I think that we're at a truce right now, so we're not going to fight, we'll just go our separate ways at this moment. Like, I like that. I think that would be a good developing arc. That's one thing I would love to see Nintendo do with these characters. Give them arcs, give them development, give them voices, give them backgrounds, give them, hobbies. I want to get to know these characters. I want to see what they're thinking. That's one thing I always hated about The Legend of Zelda was the fact that Link didn't say anything. Like, I never liked that. Because it's not like the character is a reflection of the player, but not necessarily. It's supposed to be a reflection of. It's like one of those sick characters that doesn't have a personality, but you don't feel as a player that you're actually able to, channel your personality through that character. Like, it's not like they gave you dialogue. Even though they might not have said, like Link doesn't say anything, it's not like they gave you dialogue so you can sit there and kind of make the choices for the character. That way you can show your personality through the character, but it's like Link has no personality. Now they have done a bit better with these newer games like Twilight Princess, Hyrule Warriors. You know, Link actually has a bit more personality, yeah, but not to a full extent like other characters in the game. Impa's a memorable character. Zelda's a memorable character. Ganondorf, of course, is a memorable character. I actually like the character of Zant. I thought Zant was pretty cool. You know, there's a lot of characters in the Legend of Zelda series which I would love for them to just focus on, but I want Link to be fleshed out more as a character, and as a person. So guys, in the comment section below, let me know, what do you think about this kooky idea where we can have these three badass characters from the Nintendo franchise band together to sit here and save the world? You know, do you think it's a good idea? Are there other factors that I didn't really think about? Just throw them right there in the comment section below, because I'm just like all over the place. So I just had to make this video. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on this subject. And to the next edition of GEARBreakerNation, keep those gears turning.